Kingdom people, they are bent out of shape because you don't need their validation. Kingdom people, listen. I'm going to say it like this. These people ain't quite seen nothing like you before. And what I've come to learn is that these kind of people in particular are not accustomed to people like us. Now, we know we're spread around the world. There are people like us. But they don't know nothing about this. They're used to people that need validation. So much so that they go through extremes to get their validation. Also, even if they're not around people that seemingly need their validation, they need others' validation. And so what's happening is with you, they want you to need their validation. And let me explain to you why. See, these people have plans for you. These people thought they were going to control you, manipulate you, get all up in your business, use you, all those things. Of course, kingdom people, they sized you up. They thought you was an easy target. They thought you was some weakling because you're chill, you're kind, you are, and I keep hearing driven. And the driven part is part of what makes them want to use you, because you're driven and you're going for what you want, if you will, or what God is calling you to, which is the way we understand it to be. They want to utilize that. They want to benefit off of you being driven. So whatever you're obtaining, producing, gaining, they want that. They want to be able to control you so that they can control your resources, your gains, that is. And so here's the issue for them. Because you don't need their validation, they don't have no opening to control you. Because you don't need their validation, they have no opening, no entryway to use you. Because I just heard you a force all by yourself. You leaving them with nothing. You don't need them. You don't need their validation. You don't need their approval. In fact, you don't want their validation or approval. You don't want it. These are not the kind of people that you care about their opinion. Not that you overall care about people's opinion, but there are people that you do accept consultation from. And they're not that. You wouldn't ask them nothing. Because you don't want their advice. You don't want to consult them. You already see who and what they are, how they live, and you don't want to know nothing from them. Therefore, you don't want their validation, acceptance. You don't need them or nothing about them, nothing they have. Because these are people who are ruled by Satan. These are narcissists. These are people who worship mammon. They self-idolize even. Of course, they are in idolatry, of course, overall. And they are very worldly. I'm hearing in compromise, very much so. With all these unclean spirits full of demons. Listen, you don't want nothing from them. You don't want their validation or need it. Again, the trouble for them with this situation is they can't pursue or succeed at what it is they've wanted to do with you from the beginning. They bent out of shape, kingdom people, because you don't need their validation. And the thing is, kingdom people, they want you to need their validation also, because here's the kicker. Really, they want your validation. But if you need their validation, that'll validate them. So what has happened is, because you're not checking for them, because you don't need their validation, their acceptance, don't care about their opinion, don't care about what they're doing, don't care. And they're very aware that you don't care. Yes, bars. Those were bars. This got them all bent out of shape. And so, because you don't care, you know how to stand alone. Of course, God is standing with you. And you may have others standing with you. But the point is, they ain't. And you don't want them to. In other words, you can do this without them. And you want to. You prefer to. And they understand that at this point. Because you are that way, because this is your disposition, your character, you giving them any kind of attention, you having anything to do with them will actually validate them. They want that from you. But what they wanted to do is be validated by you needing their validation. But what happened is, you don't need their validation. So you shut that down. So now they're left with no validation. They're not being validated because you don't need their validation. And kingdom people, I tell you, they are bent out of shape because you don't need their validation. I almost couldn't get that sentence out because I'm just literally hearing, they know you don't. Listen, you're not checking for them. They almost don't even exist to you, especially because of the nonsense that they're on. They realize you're not about that nonsense. I just heard, and they're mad about it. They're mad about it because, kingdom people, when people want to do what they want to do with you, they want what they want, especially these kind of people. Especially these kind of people. They want what they want. And so when they're not getting what they want, they be mad, throwing tantrums, having fits. I'm hearing meltdowns because they had their mind so set on manipulating you, controlling you. And it's the thing, kingdom people, that was their initial thing, but then you didn't allow it. You wouldn't even let them in. They didn't have no access point because you didn't give them access to you. So as they recognized that, then they started their witchcraft, the dark arts part of their witchcraft. Because understand, manipulation and trying to control somebody and watching somebody, sizing them up to plot and plan is witchcraft already. But then they go to the darker, deeper side in the dark arts to try to tamper with you, your destiny, your life, the way you move to get what they want. And when that didn't work either, they fell away. They fell away. They bent out of shape because you don't need their validation. They really bent out of shape because after all that witchcraft in the dark arts I'm speaking of, after all that, it's still the same thing. They still don't have access to you. You still standing on business. Ain't messing with them. Ain't checking for them. What they did, not only did it not affect you, but it backfired on them. And now they really want your validation because they need to be soothed and comforted. They need to feel better because they're licking their wounds right about now. They need that validation now. Because they know you are, listen, you are forced to be reckoned with. And they tried to reckon with you and found out they didn't want to do that. But I tell you what, they really want your validation now. You know why, kingdom people? Now they really want it because they realize you are forced to be reckoned with. They realize you're not the 1, 2, or 3. Or maybe they realize that you are the one. And so they really want your validation because now they really look up to you, even though they hate your guts. But that's just that devilish spirit operating in and through them. You know, these are the kind of people that tend to not like you, can't stand you, but want to be you. Which says they really admire you. They really want to be what they see in you. They just don't know how to do that because of the satanic, demonic spirit operating in them. Because of their daddy, Satan, that rules and controls them. Prayerfully, that'll change. Prayerfully, with all that they're experiencing, especially where you're concerned, that they'll change their mind about the way they're living, the way they're doing things. Prayerfully, they will see the good work that God is doing in and through you and with you. See how I'm hearing, if God be for you, who dare be against you? That's what they learned. They will see that God is with you, recognize it, and it will turn them to God. That they will see your perfect work, or I like to say, or good deeds, good works. And yeah, that too, because you didn't retaliate. But see God's work in you and glorify the Father in heaven. And when I say glorify, I mean really turn to Him and glorify Him. Repent and give their lives over to Him. Kingdom people, I'm going to say it like this too. They want what you got, but they can't get it the way they're going about it. But they want validation from you. They wanted you to need their validation, but you don't. But they wanted you to need their validation so they could get the validation they need from you. And kingdom people, you not giving it to them either which way, upside down, in the middle, or around. Nothing. And they are bent out of shape because you don't need their, I just heard, pitiful validation.